So, poem number 9, The Garden Snake by Muril Sone. It is almost 12:10. So, let's start. So, as you see, it is a poet who was born on October 31st, 1930. He died on February 23rd, 1990. And Garden Snake is his most famous poem, and it is about a snake and its effect on human beings. Snake is a very slimy, a thin, crawling creature, but most of the people panic or become afraid of snake. The poet is trying to describe how majestic or kingly or grand this living being looks. Though it appears very slimy. Slimy is Slimy. It's very sticky, but it creates a lot of terror and panic among people. That is what the poet wants to tell us. I saw a snake and ran away. Some snakes are dangerous, they say. But my mother says that kind is good and it eats insects for his food. So the narrator has seen a snake, and it is but obvious most of the human beings will run away when they see the snake. We will not stand there to see whether it is dangerous or it is poisonous or not. We will not test like that. The moment you see a snake, the next reaction is most probably we run away. So the narrator also ran away, but his mother identified and said that snake is good. It's a very kind type of snake, and it eats up the insects only. It doesn't attack the human beings. So when he wriggles in the grass, I will stand aside and watch him pass. So next time onwards, when the narrator saw the snake, he did not run away. He made it a point that he stands there and watches the snake because his mother has already informed him this type of snakes are not poisonous and they will not do any harm. And tell myself there is no mistake, it is just a harmless garden snake. So that is why the name of the poem is Garden Snake, because it is usually found in the garden and it is harmless and it maintains the ecological balance. That point we have to understand, that it maintains ecological balance. That is, it never ever bites anybody. It helps the human beings by clearing the nuisance of the insects. Some insects multiply in our garden and then we may fall sick also. So, once again, the poem for you. I saw a snake and ran away. Some snakes are dangerous, they say. So, some snakes are venomous and poisonous, and human beings usually are afraid of snakes. But mother says his mother understood that this is not a very dangerous type of snake. So she said that it helps us, it clears the insects. So when it wriggles is moving up and down. The snake will have a crawling motion and it will have rapid movements in the grass. So next time when the snake was wriggling, at that time the narrator was trying to stand in the side and watch him pass. And then the narrator was repeating his mother's words. No, no, this is not a poisonous snake. It is a harmless snake and it is a garden snake. There is no mistake. This is that snake only. So it is just to make the younger generation, you people, sometimes without knowing, you pick up a stick and sometimes we kill the snake. So you should not kill the snake because such snakes are useful to the mankind as they clear the insects. So pick out the line that suggests that the child is afraid of snakes. So the line is, I saw a snake and ran away. That suggests that the poet was afraid of snakes. Which line shows that a complete change in the attitude towards snake. So now he is standing and watching them pass. First he was so afraid that the sight of the snake made him run away. Now the moment he sees a snake, he calms down, stands aside and watch him pass. But mother says that is good. What is the mother referring to? Movement. So the word for snakes movement, crawling, or that is called wiggles. There are four rhyming words. So way, say, good, food, grass, pass, mistake, snake. So these are the rhyming words in the poem. The snake has no legs or feet, but it moves very fast. So, how does it do? The snake crawls or wiggles very fast, and though it does not have legs or feet. Can you recall the word used for cobra? The sharp teeth. So in sixth standard, I was not your teacher, but there was a lesson of Ruskin Bond. So the Ruskin Bond has used the word fangs for the sharp teeth of a snake. And you must have come across this word in Discovery or National Geographic channel also, if you watch National Geographic or Discovery channel. So the poem is a very simple poem and it talks about a garden snake and it talks about the attitude of human beings towards snake. So the snake generally creates panic in the minds of human beings and people are afraid and they run away. And in the same way, the narrator also did it. He ran away and his mother understood that her child is afraid of the snake. So she counseled and advised the child that you should never be afraid of a garden snake. Garden snakes are a blessing. Why? Because they will clear all the insects in the garden and the garden will become insect free. That is how his mother is trying to advise him. Yes, Tejas, Hemant, somebody can talk about the poem. Are you all afraid of? Seventh class who is not afraid.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is
Yes,
that?
ma'am. I am not afraid of snake.
Who? Okay, Suprit is not afraid. Somebody else?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, the
Yashvika,
snake has,
Patil.
ma'am, the snake which has round head is not poisonous, and the snake which has triangular head is poisonous. So I know that then I am not afraid of snake.
Acha, Krishna is also not afraid. But
And
do
if we
you
not harm
like to
this
stand
snake, it
whether
will also not harm me. So we have to not be afraid.
okay, Hemant, good advice, but I'm afraid I'll not stand there to test whether it is poisonous or not.
Ma'am, I am Dhruva Patil and I am also not afraid.
Okay, Dhruv is also not afraid. So there are courageous people. If snakes come, we can take help from these cadets. So it's a very simple poem and it is all about a garden snake. And usually people are afraid, but we should not be afraid. That is the message given. And maybe it's about protecting the animal kingdom, that we should not just to simply kill, take up a stick and kill the snake. It may have come to eat the insects in our garden or the frogs may be there. So we should always protect the environment. That is what the poet is want to say. So let's take a bicycle in good repair.